Seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. That's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7th. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love now. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. This one caught by Isabella. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Jordan Love ready on first down here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 32 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Sherrills. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Christian Fulton. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Yannick Ngakoue drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They go bootleg. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and 2. Love with it. Able to find Isabella. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Runs over it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First down, going to the air with Love. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Jacobs. A strong running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darrington Evans, a 12-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jaguars 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Love. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Love's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Watch the snap.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here we go.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Lawrence will throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Taken in at the 3.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The Love's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Love. Flush to his right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 2. A give, running right, Etienne. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Federal West.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. On 2nd and 9. Lawrence on the slant. This is Chark. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Once more Etienne. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, Team 6.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Sherrills. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff for Etienne. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
It's our field.
Go.
Hey, it's our house.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Love. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Sherrills. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Lawrence. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Play fake. Here's Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Hey, check right 39. Check right 39.
Now Lawrence on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is caught by Martin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship.